Dear colleagues, we're on day 155 of Ukraine's resistance. My name is Natalia Staroprava. We're starting our series of briefings at the Mediacentru Ukraine. With us today is Fedir Venislavskyi, People's Deputy of Ukraine and a representative of the Deputy in the Constitutional Court of Ukraine. Pane Fedor, I would like to ask you first about the new Prosecutor General. Andriy Kostyin has recently started this post. What changes await him and what challenges? Well, Mr. Kostyin, who was elected yesterday by an overwhelming majority, or appointed, or rather, his appointment was seconded in the parliament. He's a very professional lawyer. He has been very effective as the head of the legislative policy committee. Uh, so this is someone who definitely understands what they're supposed to do as Prosecutor General. They understand the challenges facing the office in wartime, because in speaking from in the Parliament yesterday, he announced the main directions of his work connected with the war is finishing the prosecution of all the war crimes, the investigation of the war crimes. Uh, Including the investigation of the unmotivated, unprovoked aggression against Ukraine. And then another important direction is something that is dealing with the military. Yes, sorry, go on. What what the Attorney General's office is facing, which is investigating the crimes perpetrated by the military and representatives of other parts of the defense and security sector involved in fighting against Russian aggression against Ukraine. These are the main branches of his work. I think that the Office of the Prosecutor General will see new approaches to these important challenges facing the Ukrainian state and the law enforcement officers. I'm sure that in a reasonably short time we will see a new quality of work of the office. Thank you. We also have seen statements about cadre changes in the law enforcement offices. What does this mean? As far as the security service is concerned, for instance, it's understood that any cadre changes have to do with the events um, described by your colleagues, journalists. It's the uh, arrest and some legal claims against the former head of the Crimean head of the Crimean branch of the security service, and beyond, and that is the main reason of these cadre changes in the security service. As far as the office of the Attorney General, the situation is slightly different. There was a uh, presidential submission. Uh, I I don't think we are free to voice all of the reasons so far. I'm sure that with time we will learn those reasons and we'll voice those reasons. But I think it indicates a need for a new level of professional work on the part of the Attorney General, which I'm sure we'll see soon. We have a question from the room. Yes. One of the challenges, legislative challenges, has been will be to approve laws uh, moving Ukraine to EU membership. There is a bill in there that has to do with the judicial system and the law enforcement bodies. Which of these do you think will be the biggest challenges? Which of these do you think will be the most difficult to do? And how do we study what do you think will be the for future steps in these directions in the nearest month? I would like to remind that in the past few months, including Mr. Kostin's effort, led to the fact that the Parliament passed two important laws, two important bills. The one on the ethics council, and one on the committee on electing judges. I would like to state that these laws are now these bills have now been passed into law, and the legal system is being reformed. Some members of the highest council of justice have been their capacity to perform their work has been put in question. We have the opportunity to renew the lineup of the Supreme Council of Justice. Again, this is the body that views the complaints against judges and reviews their questionable decisions. So this is a very important body to work against those judges who are working against their uh, their oath of office. And then another body that is being formed, also with the participation of international experts. I, I would like to remind our viewers that in the highest council, that this ethics council and ethical commission have the opportunity to give the sort of to rule on the sort of cases where international experts have the highest vote. This ensures that there won't be any questions to the quality of our judges. So these are two extremely important laws that become the basis, the starting point for renewing the judicial system. Then there are also a number of other initiatives. The anti-abuse legislation, so that people cannot draw out legal proceedings. I think these are being developed in the Committee for Law Enforcement work, and I'm sure that the general direction of the reform in the judicial system, I'm sure that all of the obligations we've taken on before the European Commission, we will perform them, we will achieve them. This week we have questions in the agenda already about the constitutional procedure that one of the main initiators of this was, by the way, Olha Sovhira, who was yesterday elected judge of the Constitutional Court from the Ukrainian parliament. And after the amendments to the law on the election of constitutional judges of the Constitutional Court, I'm sure that this part of the recommendations of the European Commission will also be brought to life. We wanted to ask you about Olha Sovhira because Ms. Sovhira represents the Servant of the People Party. What could you say about this, and what do you think her work will be like? Well, she's being blamed about in the fact that she's a member of the servant of the people. Now, those people did not read her biography well. She was never a member of the party. She only represented bodies that were formed by the party. She is an extra party MP, or she was an extra party MP, and she has completely justified all the demands of the law. As far as the election procedure is concerned, where some people have also made complaints that some norms have been violated, I also wanted to completely gainsay this. According to the law on the regulations of the Supreme Council or Parliament, these these judges are elected by the Committee for Legislative Policy or Legal Policy. We've had this was completely transparent. There were 5 candidates, and overwhelmingly, Ms. Sovhira was approved. This tells me that all of our colleagues in Parliament are convinced of this judge's this candidate's high moral and qualities and capacity to perform the job. I'm sure after Ms. Sovhira takes her oath of office in Tuesday and becomes a judge, this will truly strengthen the work of the constitutional law of Ukraine. Thank you. With us was Fedir Venislavskyi, a National Deputy of Ukraine and representative of the President in the Constitutional Court of Ukraine. Please stay with us. Our next briefing starts at 11:30.